we'll see the winners of 3 straight, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bearcats will boot it away to start the game. It'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Iowa State's offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Williams will pass. Right on the money. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
They'll ride the hot hand. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
They'll leave it with him. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Touchdown, Iowa State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Cincinnati's offense will go to work for the first time today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he's making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and now you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
This is not an ideal start for this offense. Your defense already gave up points on the first drive. This is your first opportunity, and you're not doing the most important thing, protecting your quarterback. Already 2 sacks on the day.
The Bearcats send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. With all of that heat, he wasn't able to get much on that one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. They'll try the run. He'll try to take it back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Right back to it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run the sneak for it. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Williams looking for a man. They're setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Cyclones now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll knock him down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Cyclones will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Powers through. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Carpenter. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The extra point here would tie the game.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Looking left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. A run for the quarterback. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Carpenter. Makes the catch.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Completes it in the middle, and they get him down. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Going right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal. Now they have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Williams will pass. Pulls it in. It's Lee. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And the Cyclones will hustle to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively?
There he goes. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for the 2-minute timeout.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Using his legs, it's Lee. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Right back to the well. Got enough for the first. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to fire on second down. Gets it out quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Cyclones didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Cyclones! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arizona State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Bring in the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. They dragged him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
And the offense is out on the field with a first and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. Williams looking for a man. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense. The sudden change situation, they barely had a chance to even blink just a second ago.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Going right to work up top. Wide open downfield. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Oh, what a move. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking to throw, it's Carpenter. Under fire. Unleashes it on the run. He's got him on the right side. Great job by the receiver to get the foot down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lost to throw on first down. And that one's too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far at Ames. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On the ground, it's Lee. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Williams will pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Slings it. All by himself. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback keeper.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Lets it go to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Williams looking for a man. Makes the catch. It's Hilton. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker and wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
And the Cyclones with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He leaves it with the back. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
And And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed an opportunity for a little cushion. The lead is still 5.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Running back searching for a hole. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. They've never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season, but this offense just can't find a way to...
Oh, he's got some space. It's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Carpenter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations. When you're anticipating the DNs really racing up the field, they didn't have it set up that time.
They're going back to the ground.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Bearcats decide to punt it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Williams will pass. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. This offense has it with really good field position. Going to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first throws toward the end zone. Oh, he deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. That slices the lead to 2. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but...
Touchdown, Cyclones! Special teams proving to be special. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes a catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. The Bearcats want to pick up the tempo. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Back to throw, it's Carpenter. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. And the Bearcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense trying to take it back. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover. They get a chunk of yards, and they are in business.
That's a big-time blow, man. Once you get that under that 3-minute mark and you're down by multiple possessions, you've got to put something together. The last thing you can do is turn it over because that clock is not your friend.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He might want another play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Cyclones will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Quickly complete. And he will score! Touchdown, Iowa State! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt. You cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers the biggest.
Turning it on! He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
He's got him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Carpenter. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw again. Finds his man. It's Davenport. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. Got it inside the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's 3rd down. Listen, if I go get this first down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this 3rd down?
Well, I want to be aggressive front on defense. You could tell in these last couple of plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, anticipating the offense, trying to run the football and trying to bleed the clock. Now, I'd get after this quarterback. I'd be anticipating throw here. Just send the blitz and really...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cyclones! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This drive will open from the 15. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Scanning the field, it's Carpenter. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No.